Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make this super simple Easter basket that I had almost forgotten about. My grandma actually taught me how to do this a long time ago using an 8.5 by 8.5 piece of paper, and I have switched it to a 12 by 12 just to make the basket a little bigger. But all you need is a square piece of paper to get this going. So let me show you how easy it is. You're going to be blown away, I think, because I had totally forgotten about it. But you take a 12 by 12 sheet of paper or whatever square sheet of paper you want. And then you need to think about it as how big do you want the base of your card, of your basket. And I wanted it to be a little bigger than half. So I don't even know how big it is. Is it 6 inches? Nope, it's 5 inches. So I didn't want, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I wanted it to be a substantial, the sides aren't going to be as high. So I guess think about that. So if you're using, I'm making this more complicated because I'm trying to make it easy and I'm making it more complicated. But if you're using a 12 by 12, I found that 3.5 inches is a good place to score. And you just score 3.5 inches on each side. If you're doing an 8.5 by 8.5, you probably just need like a 2 inch or a 2.5 inch side. And you just score that on each side. So let's see, I'm going to do 3.5. So this is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and I like a handle. So I use a 1 inch strip, and I just cut a 1 inch strip out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper for this and it matched. But you can use, if you wanted to do a sheet of this, like let's say you want to make it 11 by 11, then you might only want to do 3 inches instead of 3.5 inches. Do whatever you feel like is going to make it yours. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. As soon as you see this, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'm just scoring it at 3.5 inches on each side. Again, I'm using too many words to describe this, but it really is simple. You just have a square of paper, scoring it evenly on each side. And I don't know, you might be able to see the score lines a little better on this side, but it's just scored on each side, and that's all I need my cutter for. I'm going to use my scissors, but I'm going to cut it freehand. And then I am going to fold and burnish each of the score lines. And it's a pretty fun Easter basket. I'm actually going to make it for going to Katie's this year for Easter. And we're going to go to Katie's future in-laws, and I'm going to make them a basket. So that's what I'm doing. And then also my boyfriend has 2 kids, and I'm going to make baskets for them too. So I think that's fun. So then you just it's all square, so it doesn't matter which side you pick. But pick one of the sides and cut the score line up to the other score line. So I'm just cutting the box. So now I have 2 smaller sides, and this is what I was talking about. This is what the basket is. This is the size of the basket, the bottom of the basket. So that's what I was kind of talking about. If you score it shorter, you're going to have a bigger basket. If you score it smaller, or longer, you're going to have a smaller basket. So whatever works for you is fine. And if you make it smaller, the sides are going to be higher. And if you make it shorter or bigger, the base bigger, the sides are going to be smaller. So hopefully that makes sense. So, it wouldn't be as high on the sides as this one is, or it would be shorter on the sides, whatever. So I did that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of the corners, and I'm going to cut it twice up to the score line. So it doesn't have to be even. Just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I want 3 pretty even-ish strips. But nobody's going to know if it's not exactly the same. And it doesn't matter if they're not exactly the same on each side either, because I'm going to do this to the other side as well. I'm going to go ahead and cut the score line up to the other score line. This one is hard to see. And then I'm going to take each one of these and cut it twice. eyeballing it to make it even, but it doesn't even, I mean, it's not even a perfectly straight line. It's fine. I promise it's going to work out just fine. And then after you've done that, you fold down this middle, just about an inch. And I'm going to use my double-sided tape to tape it down. And same with this side. Fold it down. And I'm just going to burnish that. And that's the hardest thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, well, first what's going to happen is you're going to put these little tabs onto the card onto the side like this. That's as easy as it gets. I mean, it's so simple. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and put my double-sided tape on each one of these little strips. And you can use glue or hot glue too. I mean, it kind of depends on what you're going to put in it. It's paper, so I don't put a lot of anything in it. And don't make it too heavy, but a few eggs and maybe a chocolate bunny, I think will be good. I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side too while I'm here. And then I'm just going to take this, I'm going to try to show you guys. And so I'm going to take the bottom one, bring it over to the middle, and just stick it down. And I remember doing it one at a time, but I don't know if that it matters, but let's just do it the way I remember. And you just stack them on top of each other. So I'm going to go from one side to the other side and just stack them on top of each other. And I don't want this to be folded. I don't know if you saw, but I kind of bent it a little bit. I don't want to bend it. I just want to make it straight and just stick it on there. And then the other side. So I'm just putting them all in the center. And you can use plain paper, decorative paper, whatever you want, and you can embellish it however you want to. If you wanted to put an Easter bunny on the side, or if you want to put a little button on the side, or maybe a little wooden button would be kind of cute to make it look like a wooden basket. But that is it. Isn't that simple? And it's so cute. And then I take my handle and I'm going to put some double-sided tape on each side of the handle. And then it gives you a nice little place to kind of put it in where the pieces meet. Just stick that right in there, double-sided tape it. And I have my double-sided tape down, facing down, so I can just kind of stick it in here, put it there. And again, if you wanted to put an Easter bunny here or decorate it however you want, it doesn't really, whatever you want to do. But that is the basket, and it's so quick and so easy and so cute. It's just amazing. Sometimes I think, gosh, what you could do with paper. It's just so fun. So yeah, if you wanted to put a cute flower here, or I don't know, I'm thinking an Easter bunny would be really cute, but I don't even think I'm going to put anything. I think it's adorable just like that. So thanks so much for watching. I have made this one, and then I made this one, and I even made this one when I was trying to remember how we did it. I was talking to my cousin, and I'm like, yeah, I remember this. And I think this one turned out pretty cute. I think I'm going to use this one, maybe give this one to my son. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Happy Easter. Bye, bye.